The fuck? The fuck? Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Uh, this is just a late night intrusive thoughts stream because I genuinely don't know what to do right now. I am bored. I'm so bored. Thought I'd be playing games today, but apparently I can't. Like I don't feel like doing it. I've been gaming so much that I just like, it just feels weird to just play games right now. God damn, I don't even know what I'm doing at night. Fucking roommates sleep, and I've been mixing songs for the past 6 hours, and I'm bored. My ears are gone. My throat is genuinely feeling, oh, I don't know, painful. It is weird. Yeah, I've been singing for a while. So to be honest, I have big plans. I genuinely have big plans, but it's like I'm planning some karaoke streams, right? But the only thing is, if only I could have like a debate part, that would be crazy. But like right now, I don't even know what I'm doing. This is like the most random stream in existence. It's like 3 a.m. right now. So do you guys ever like get this like 3 a.m. thoughts in your head when you can't sleep? Like I don't know, for some reason I can't sleep. And yeah, I was playing games for the past 3 hours. I did my assignments, so I was like very free. I had a lot of free time in my hands. So I got bored of playing games, and I just had this intrusive thought in my head. Very weird. Came out of nowhere, you know. Like I just wanted to like play some random games, but apparently I can't stream those. So I genuinely don't know what I'm doing right now. This is the most random shit I've ever done. Yeah, one viewer. I didn't even expect anybody to be on that, but yeah, the 3 a.m. intrusive thoughts are genuinely. Wait, let me change the stream title. Yeah, so like I actually don't know what I'm gonna do and what I'm doing, to be honest. I think it's just I'm bored. Like I'm bored. You know, I had this like crazy day of just let it go. Like we were like at an observatory, like just looking up into the skies, like staring at the stars, and like with a telescope, like it's a big telescope, like a genuinely like a huge observatory, like a laser telescope. And technically, we're not viewing straight into the stars or like just looking up straight into the abyss, but like we're staring at data and like numbers, but we found some crazy shit. Like we were still looking at black holes, data is, and all the other stuff like that, doing calculations, and that has been like my entire day. And looking at black holes will, honestly have been so just I don't know. It's fascinating. It's so fucking fascinating looking up into the sky. You stare into the stars, and you see some galaxies that are like floating around, and then you suddenly realize that that galaxy Andromeda is coming towards you, and like in some billion years, it's probably gonna collide with our universe. That I think when I heard that like for the first time, oh, when I was like 10, that genuinely it made me like give me some existential crisis. Like when I heard that, oh, fucking entire galaxy is coming to crash into us. By the way, but yeah, I think that was honestly the scariest thing after I heard that our sun is gonna explode in the next billion years, which is also like on paper it's like so far away, but like life is so short. Yeah. Like you never realize, the years go by so quickly. You won't even be alive to see the sun go boom. I don't know. Like I'm not a guy who believes really in afterlife. Like, to be honest, I don't really believe in ghosts. Like, it's 3 fucking a.m. right now, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, like on some hilly area, and it's been raining. Like it's been pouring down a storm, honestly, for the past 2 days. So I don't even know how to react to that, but I'm a big the rainy guy. Like I like rainy weather. I like rainy weather more than just what do you call it? Winter. Yeah, I hate summers, but I like rainy days. Just the one time you can go outside on your balcony and it's like fog everywhere, like full Silent Hill mode, and you just like go out and have a cup of coffee, have a book on your hand, and it's like raining outside. Really don't have anything else to do. Just read books. So yeah, I don't know. Wait, I got carried away. Yeah, I was saying that yeah, it's been raining, the past 2 days where I've been. I think the isolation is getting to me. Holy shit! Yeah, it's like a week event, like just a week for like an entire event, and we're staying there for like as I said a week, and we're like staring aloud into numbers and just doing stuff, calculating stuff, and just peering into the abyss of space. Just made me realize that how insignificant as humans we are. I think everybody has that. It's existential crisis at 3 a.m. out of nowhere, right? Just imagining numbers and space and all the other universe expansion, like the universe just going through shit. It's, you guys know that the universe is expanding, right? I didn't know until when I was like what 7 years old. Like when I read a book on cosmos and just like started realizing that oh shit, the universe is expanding and it's gonna reach a point that where it reaches like a wall and it just collapses immediately. I don't know. I'm rambling here. Yeah, I had no plans on going live because I was genuinely so bored, like so bored, and like I couldn't just stare into a wall and start talking. Now that would be weird, unless I name the wall Dave. Like, people talk to God, and I don't think God exists. Like, I'm not a religious person at all. Like, yeah, nah. Even though I had gone to like, just what do you call Catholic school? I went to like Catholic school for the most of my life. What do you call? Like high school was like Catholic school for me. Going to masses. Like even though I didn't believe in it, I like the discipline and I like uniforms in general. Hello. Yeah. So what I really thought about it was like I don't believe in God, and so like when you think about talking to God, like is it just like a very like I think God is just like a very a common therapist. I feel like he's a therapist. Like you talk to somebody and then you tell your problems to like you just tell him your problems and then he starts listening and she just starts feeling lighter. That's what I feel like God is about. Now, for example, if I had a person named Like, let's say I start talking to a wall, which is weird. Like, just for an example, like, let's say we did a little thought exercise, and we started talking to this wall called Dave. Uh, oh yeah, just imagine we started talking to a wall called Dave, and like start telling him, like even give him pronouns like him, he, him, and then we just start telling him our problems. I don't know how much of it will feel lighter, but just name something, like name a wall, name Mr. Wall Dave or something. I don't know. I don't know how much will that help, but if you can just name somebody in the sky God and start telling him our problems and hoping that it'll solve something, I feel like we can just talk to a wall and call it Dave, and like that would make anything lighter, right? Because to be honest, I don't believe in destiny. Nothing is fate. Everything you do is a calculated mistake. That's what I think. I don't know. Those things they pop up in your head in the fucking shit in the middle of a shower, or like while you're laying in the bed staring at a ceiling, like suddenly you go, oh shit, I don't believe in destiny at all. There's no such thing as fate. Fate, Fate, not faith, fate. But like, just imagine, like everything you do ends up being a calculated mistake. For example, let's say a week from now, I tell you that you are going to die, or you are going to, let's say you're going to be a millionaire, just a week from now, like, I'll just tell you, like, no, not just a week from now, let's go a bit wider, like, 50 years from now, you are going to be a millionaire. And I, I tell that and I just disappear. And then, what are you going to do about it? Like, will you work for it? Or, like, will you just sit on your ass all day knowing that you'll be earning $50 million? So, which path would you take? Like, which path would like genuinely lead you towards that $50 million? Would you work for it, or like would you sit on your ass all day? So that becomes like two timelines in the same thread of a needle. So that's like one timeline and the other timeline. So the actions that you do would probably determine where you are probably going to end up, right? I have no idea. Like, I don't know. So anything you do probably ends you up on like a different timeline or a different scenario. Right, right. But that's what I thought. Like that's what I am thinking. It's going to happen. So if you believe according to that, then well, but let's just say that you wanted to just do, let's say the next morning you wake up and then you make yourself a breakfast like you usually do, but like let's say tomorrow morning, like I don't feel like eating breakfast, so let me not make myself a breakfast. Now you didn't have a breakfast that morning. What did you do? You put yourself in like an entirely different timeline that, oh, I'm going to be starving the whole day up until lunch. And unless you eat lunch, you'll still be like, starving in a sense. But let's say that starving didn't happen, and then you ate breakfast. Now you're on like a different timeline, so everything you do becomes like a big calculated mistake. Yeah, that's what I think. That's my big example. I don't have numerical values for it at all. Like I can't prove this in any way, shape, or form, and I have no idea how to prove it. In terms of numbers, I'm sure like there's some numbers exist. I don't know. I don't know how to pull up a screen right now, me solving numbers on paper, because I don't have a stylus, and I don't think I can just write shit on my screen. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I don't believe in an existence of God. I just think that everything you do becomes a calculated mistake. Like, let's say you had an exam, like you gave an exam, and then you're super scared. Like, oh no, the result is coming out tomorrow, and I'm like so fucking scared. Now I start praying to God that somehow, some way, my paper goes good. Like, oh, somehow I passed by the grace of the Lord. But imagine that doesn't exist. No, I don't think so. Like all the answers you wrote, it's been written by you. So I feel like that should be leading you to some sort of an ending. Like, you know what you wrote, like, you know the answer that you just gave. There's no such thing as a higher power that is going to save your ass in terms of just, like, what do you call it, saving your ass. Like, he's not automatically gonna come in and like give you like 50 extra marks to pass. That'll be weird. But everything that you have written, you know what you have written. You go through your question papers and just start calculating marks again. You'll get, you will know how much that you're gonna be scoring, man. Like, let's say you calculated at an average of like 50, and the pass mark is like what, 51. Now you need like 1 mark to score, and then now you just can't find that 1 mark. Well, that's your fault. None of it is like, well, if there's a guy up there, I don't think it's any of his fault, because all you did was write your answers, and in the end, you got yourself the mark you deserve. So yeah, there is no such thing as a guy up there, or maybe there is. I don't know. Who am I to argue? I don't want to have like 50 million Christians coming out, 50 million religious people coming behind me and trying to explain me that, well, there is a higher power. Well, for me at least, it doesn't exist, because that's what I believe, and that's what the other people like calling it faith. So your faith is yours, my belief is mine. I don't think any of us is gonna change that. But that is a completely different pathway. I don't even know what led up to this entire conversation about God. Damn. Well, I do consider myself some sort of a god as well, according to my lore. There is like a 47-page lore that I have written for myself. Well, just me and my origins, it dates back. Like, it goes back. Like, yeah, it just goes back. Some divine powers and the Library of Babel. I don't know. I don't even know who is watching the stream right now. Like, because I don't have the stream window open on my side. Like, if people are chatting in the stream, I'm sure they're saying some very intellectual stuff. Or I could be entirely wrong. I don't know. Because there is no, I had no plans going live. The only thing is I was bored and I had a bunch of thoughts in my head that I just wanted to let out. Yeah. It's like, have you ever reached this point where you have played a game so much that you just get bored of it, and then now you have nothing else to do? Because I don't have anything else to watch, and apparently my roommate's asleep, so I can't really be loud now, can I? Like, I was planning to play, like, I was planning to stream like some games, but I thought it'd be like too useless anyways. And I can't get any louder than this. This is like the loudest I can get. I have to like lean in super close to my mic and start whispering stuff, just like whispering crazy stuff that just came up in my head, like out of nowhere. Which partly makes sense and partly does not. Partly I have stole some stuff from, books and articles stuff that I'm talking about. The thing that I said about nothing. There's no destiny. There's no such thing as destiny. Everything you do is a calculated mistake. Yeah, I think I stole that one from a book. It's very interesting. You should read it. And based on Einstein's theory of relativity, in some way, shape, or form, he also said that God does not play dice, which is weird, to be honest. Like, if he does not play dice, but I think it was like an argument between Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein. Niels Bohr, the guy who invented the hydrogen atom. Not invented, he observed, or he like discovered the hydrogen atom. So yeah, they had like a big argument in like a science seminar, and then Einstein casually said that God does not play dice, and Niels Bohr right now, and they were like having a big argument about it. Like quantum theory, quantum relativity. I'm not a person, like, I'm not I am totally not the person who can talk about quantum theory or quantum stuff or anything like that, because I have just started learning it in college, and nothing. I barely understand that shit. I have maybe some basic knowledge in physics, but this is like way beyond my shit. Yeah, but in terms of physics, space is also very fascinating. And being in an observatory right now, it is just like crazy to see such a huge telescope aiming directly into the abyss and staring into the sky, looking at this tiny dot, tiny red dot that is like millions, not millions, but billions of years old, and it's just like it's so fascinating. It's so fascinating. Like a matter that is so dense and thick that it just warps it on itself. It has infinite thickness, and once you start entering into it, the only feature you have is singularity. And it's like a crazy concept on its own, but I won't dive into the details of start explaining the black hole or anything like that, because that would be crazy. Right. Yeah, the Soviets goes hard on this. But yeah, what else did I think of? This 3 a.m. intrusive thoughts that I randomly decided to start talking about. I generally can't think of anything anymore. I think that's all of the stuff that I was thinking about at one place, and I needed to let it out somewhere. I don't know. Oh wait, I see two viewers. I wonder how long they have joined this rambling about, but it has been genuinely crazy that I just get to sit here and talk about random bullshit, and somehow it turns out to be something crazy. Like imagine, like with Artie and all that, we've been building a crazy rocket, and in a game called Approximately Up, which is generally so much fun. We almost reached the moon, and that game is so much detail about this what do you call it? Like gravity pull, slingshot mechanics, this spinning out somewhere in space, like with your rocket that you just build it with your hand. A lot of electricity stuff and a lot of stuff that goes around in, well, math and physics that applies into building rockets. Somehow it becomes rocket science, and it's always a game that happens to be that we are playing. And it's generally the most detailed stuff I've ever seen in my life. It is honestly crazy. But to be honest, like you know, going into space has always been a dream. Like when I was a child, I used to like just look up into like look at some rocket launchings, go up in ISS. It looks fun. It looks so fun. Like being in the ISS and like floating around in zero G, eating food. Space food looks so tasty. Like I think one time I was watching The Martian, and he was like stuck in Mars, and I don't know if you guys remember that scene, but he just baked a potato and ate it with ketchup. That looks so tasty, by the way. I think at that point, like just being in Mars and eating baked taters, eating baked taters, I think that's like genuinely. It sounds so fun. Like I've seen some people making MREs, like some military food. I've seen the Russian MREs. They have some like crazy food as well. The Korean MREs are genuinely tasty. Like they have some really innovative food, and the American ones are like just cute. They're adorable. They're super adorable. But the ones in space, they look hella tasty. Like I don't know. I feel like space just makes everything more appetizing because you are in zero G and your muscles are getting stretched. Your bones are like getting so much like full stretched. So I feel like your body is getting a full workout. Did you know that if you go to space, you gain height? Like genuinely, if you go to space, like you can gain height. Like there have been so many cases that showed people who went to space, stayed in like the ISS for research purposes, and came back, gained like what 2-3 feet. That is crazy. But eventually you'll get back down to your original height because gravity is a thing in Earth. People like gravity, don't they? They love hugging the Earth from. Yeah, well, I won't finish that sentence because that is going down into some genuinely dark places. But what's dark is outside, and it's 3 fucking a.m. and I can't sleep. God, I don't know why I can't sleep. Like I just can't sleep out of nowhere today. It's been crazy. and I was just laying in my bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about random bullshit. And I guess it got too loud in my head, and I just wanted to like vent it outside somewhere. I don't know. This is random bullshit that I wanted to talk about. And people joining in is absolutely crazy. I have 3 people joining in, just listening to this random rant about nothing or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like this rambling has no structure. I think we started off with me being in like an observatory, and then we started talking about religion, and then there's God or lack thereof, I guess. And then there's space. Space always fascinates me, but I feel like the only thing that we have not explored as humans is like underwater. Like underwater. And also, I have never been live in this hour, at this hour. Like, I have never experienced a live stream at this hour. So, any new viewers that are here, welcome. My name is Saya Valiant, I guess. I sing sometimes, big Ado fan. Big Ado Glazer. Yeah. Genuinely, Ado just saved my life when I was like just a random teenager with no personality. And I heard Usewa out of nowhere, and that shit just became my personality for the next like my whole high school phase. I think. Yeah. Then I think she kind of introduced me to J-pop in some ways, and I've been listening to a lot of Japanese music ever since then. And while even making music, and like I don't just sing. Like I used to make dubstep before, which kind of failed, to be honest. I think dubstep is a dying genre, or I don't know. There are like new subgenres coming out of dubstep, like color bass and some rhythm. I think rhythm is dead, to be honest. I don't know. Terror is still a thing, and the only thing that matters in music anymore is just Western like pop music, like Sabrina Carpenter or Olivia Rodrigo or whatever the Western music churns out. I mean, there are some legends like Kanye West and Kendrick Lamar. I would want to include Drake in it, but it's a stretch. Drake is good. He had some bangers, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I like Ado was the only person who ever introduced me to Japanese music, and I got into this entire rabbit hole of starting to listening to Japanese music and getting myself into anime. Oh well, anime. I've never watched much anime in my life. Like I've only watched like how much would I say? Like yeah, a handful. Like I'm not a very big anime watcher. Like I enjoy some animes. I like watching crazy animations. I appreciate really cool animations, but never really. I've never watched One Piece. Like I only know what's the premise of it. Like I've never completely watched One Piece. I think I dropped it off after like 300 episodes. Like to be honest, I couldn't be asked. Like, I can't just sit down and like pick it up again. I think I never picked it up again. And I just like Attack on Titans is a thing. I loved No Game No Life. I don't know how many of you actually know or remember No Game No Life. It's. I hope there's a season 2 for it at least. Yeah, like those are the like I've watched Princess Principal. That is such a niche anime. Whoever thought of watching Princess Principal or Idly Pride? It's like an idol anime. That genuinely made me cry. Yeah, I think that's one of the better animes that I've watched. And then Your Lie in April. Well, that's your generic Nakino Sukara. That is also very emotional. And Food Wars. Yeah, Food Wars is a thing. I think that got me into like cooking a lot. Like that anime like really got me into just making food and well, cooking in general. Aside from all the aside from all the Ero stuff, like all the clothes exploding stuff. I don't know how to say those, but I think that anime generally just got me into cooking. And I was like, what? In high school? I was like 17, 16. Like, and I started watching that anime, and I was like so much into cooking that I just told my mother that, Mom, like, I want to cook. Mom, I'm gonna cook one day. And then my mom helped me like learn a few dishes, and then I just started doing stuff on my own, just cooking random shit out of nowhere that I could find online with recipes, of course. which was crazy. And am I planning to watch One Piece once it's finished? No, I'm never gonna watch One Piece. Like I would never. I cannot be asked. I watched the the movie One Piece Red, just because Arlo's in it, and then I think I watched the live action. But I didn't watch the like I don't want to watch the actual anime anymore. Not because it's bad. The only thing is I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to pick it up or like finish it anywhere here close to that. I watched JoJo. JoJo is like great. That's actually crazy. I've read some mangas for it as well. Yeah. What else? What else? Um. Oh yeah, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That is also a solid anime. Slice of life. For me, that is. I just love slice of life. Horimiya. Yeah, Horimiya is also a thing. What else? What else would be there? I can't recall. Oh, Imoto Umaru-chan. Yeah, that. I think that was like one of the best slice of life I've ever watched. It was so wholesome. And your usual anime also leads down to just watching all sorts of stuff, like reading mangas. And I feel like reading mangas is way fun than just watching anime, because I don't want to like dedicate my half my life to just start watching an anime and like leave halfway and feel guilty about it and just forget about it and never pick up again, like I did to One Piece. God damn it. But yeah, I feel like reading a manga is just way more efficient, for me at least. I don't know about others. I really can't talk about others. Yeah. What else? What else? I feel like I've genuinely ran out of stuff to talk about. um, I don't know. Hey, let me look at chat. What is people saying? Oh, there are people. Holy shit! Why are people watching this? Seen his appearance first episode yet? No, not yet. Oh, speaking of that, I've also watched Phantom Mugaisen of Phantom World. It's about hunting phantoms down. Oh yeah, I've also played NTE. That leads me up into NTE. Never Nest the Everness is that new gacha game that came out. I did play it just for like 10 minutes because my laptop was not able to handle the graphics too well. It just starts coughing blood. But I feel like that game is fun. Like it tries to be a AAA studio, but it's not with the animations. Like I think they're trying to copy a little bit that Zenless style. But I feel like the only reason I even like downloaded or played that game was for what do you call it? Like I'm a big sucker for cyberpunk and like futuristic shit. So when I saw a city and I realized that game Ananta that got somehow cancelled. I don't know if it's cancelled or not, but yeah, they were like promising a bunch of stuff, and then I think they could just never really deliver on it. Like, and then this thing came out, it kind of became an alternative to that Ananta game, and then it's like a full explorations of an open world exploration city. Now, I only played 10 minutes into that game, and I did not even realize that you can go on a fucking date in that game. God damn it! How? How? How the fuck do I miss that? Now I've uninstalled that game thinking that it's gonna be just another gacha game because I'm not a very big gacha game player. Aside from my arc of Genshin Impact, which is what 5, 6 years ago. But yeah, I thought it'll be just another gacha game and it'll be nothing burger, but somehow it is like that thing now. And like I want to go back to it and play it again. This whole reason is that you can have relationships in the game, which was crazy. I didn't even figure out, and I pre-registered. I pre-registered for that shit, and how did I miss an entire that I have 5 customizable outfits and an SR ranked fucking hero. Now I'm thinking that I might have to reinstall it and like, oh, you can also do like house customizations, which is crazy by the way. Like, how do I genuinely miss that? But maybe it's my fault because I only played like 10 minutes into the game. Yeah. But that is like the most random shit ever. Like I saw and I found it out like through TikToks and like Instagram reels. Some guy was like, "Oh, you can have relationships in this game, and then you can do customizations, and it's like a lot of in-depth stuff. There's an entire prison system, and you can get arrested like it's a GTA 5-star warnings type stuff." I really have to reinstall that game and try it out again. And I realized you can have cars. God, how did I miss an entire car? God, I am not a gamer. But yeah, I think going forward into these live streams, like even though I don't do as a regular live streams like before, because I think one thing is like I'm just so busy with life and in college, and then the other thing is like my laptop being so dog shit. Like it has gone through like a lot of things with me, but yeah, I think it's showing its age. So like yeah, the laptop not being strong enough to keep up with the new and current um well gaming stuff. So it just starts like getting into me, like getting into my head, like oh shit, I don't think I can run this game, so I probably can't stream it, and then it just makes me lazy that I can't stream it. But this machine that has been through a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. I won't blame anything on it. It has been through a lot of stuff, like honestly. And I think I think I started out like my entire streaming stuff on this. It makes me sad, like to see such a like it's been with me for so long. And it just starts struggling on things. Like it's powerful enough to run it, but now it starts struggling on things, and then it just it just gets hard to stream on things on it. But we get by. We get by. We do fun stuff sometimes. I can run like most of the basic games, which I can. I know I'll try to stream more. Like I'll try to stream more. The only thing is like I can't find myself enough time to just sit down and like do a game, or like I want to more post. I want to do so much, like in terms of this content creation, and I feel so lucky, for you. Like I feel so lucky to have this little of a platform. As small as it is, like I'm so grateful because there are like so many deserving VTubers who are out there, grinding, actually grinding, like who live stream every day, post shorts every day, post content every day, not just like random streamers, like V singers as well. Like there's so many deserving ones, and like still they get like they're not, like seeing the numbers. It's just like depressing. And then me, over here, I barely do anything. And I appreciate you guys genuinely so much for giving me this little of a platform that I can just rely on. And like whenever I post something that now that I have a confidence that at least 500 people will listen to whatever bullshit I put out, which is genuinely humbling, very humbling. And seeing people make fan art of me, I don't know, old people is just so humbling. And like I genuinely don't know how to respond sometimes. Like like I don't even have an art tag on my Twitter, and like people would just come to my DM and be like, "Oh, yo, look, I made you a fan art. Like, you should really have an art tag for yourself." But like, I'm like nobody yet. Why are you making a fan art of me? There's so many other deserving YouTubers out there who just grind their ass off, but give out the time because eventually either they get no viewers or they just, I mean, life happens. Life is also a thing. Yeah. So I am really grateful to just sit down and talk about random shit like I'm doing right now, and having to know that even there are like people listening to this. Just it feels surreal. Like I have never expected this to happen. Ever since that drum cover dropped, I don't know if lightning, I don't know if that lightning in a bottle will happen twice or not, but I feel like I've genuinely gotten more excited to make new covers and like more singing content and all other contents that I produce sometimes. Like I make crazy and stupid and goofy shorts, and then people still come and watch it, and people show up on live streams, and which is like honestly great. Like if you tell a 6-year-old version of me that he is going to become a VTuber, like this VTuber nonetheless, I don't think I think I'll just laugh at your face. I would never believe in myself to do anything like this. So yeah, okay, that this devolves from talking about random intrusive thoughts at 3 a.m. to over a nothing burger. But yeah, wait, I'm live for almost an hour, just yapping about shit. I need to go touch grass, man. But it's like 4 a.m. now, 4 a.m. outside, so I genuinely can't do that. It's darkness outside, unless I want to go out and do some coast hunting, which is entirely possible because I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like the observatory we're in, like it's absolutely like nowhere. Like the next to it is like all forest and like hills. And I think at night it genuinely gets super scary, and it's very dark outside. Like if I could just go outside and film something real quick, I'm sure I would see like at least like two ghosts or something. I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts, but it's so dark outside. It just makes me think that there will be ghosts appearing in the camera to say hi. And I would feel like if my roommate just wakes up out of nowhere and then sees me doing this, yeah, I think he'll be like pretty surprised. Yeah, but my other roommate, who's also in my dorm college, he's already like he's very annoyed. I mean, he appreciates the singing, but I think sometimes I also feel bad because I feel like I just disturb a lot of his nights. Because it's just me in a cupboard in the closet screaming. When I was doing the cover from the cover, it's like when I was practicing it, I think he was so annoyed because I kept screaming. It's not even like proper singing, because if you don't really know the song, like if you don't know the song, it's like actual screaming. You're just screaming. So I think he got pretty annoyed. Yeah. So I have to cool it on like some singing stuff, like sometimes and all that stuff. Yeah. And also my sore throat is back. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm gonna share about this, but yeah, just like my sore throat is just back, and I can't just like start singing, well, a very heavy song. So like I went to the doctor for a checkup, and then he was like, "Yeah, you have to cool it on that a bit unless we have like a neck surgery and remove a little bit of the soreness. You might have to cool it on like the screaming." And like he genuinely, like I didn't tell him that I was like screaming songs, but I just ended up telling him that, oh yeah, I know I was like on a baseball. I think I lied that I was like on a football match and then I was like screaming, like I was cheering for the team, and then yeah, like I couldn't just I couldn't come like come to myself and like just tell him that, oh yeah, I was singing, and he told me to like, oh yeah, less screaming from now on until we have like a proper surgery again, which is like crazy, by the way. So I feel like that'll be like a thing later on. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I am sure that it'll be fine. Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I mean, on the meantime, any new releases from Goddess Ado herself, it doesn't happen, I would probably cover it pretty quickly. But I don't know. I need to learn to leave out some stuff sometimes. I think because I genuinely look crazy. And yeah, I feel like that's it. I feel like I'll just yeah. I think that's it. Like that's genuinely it. Like there was no plans for making this live stream, and I also want to apologize for all I try my best. like I, I I really do. Like I really try my best to make my streams less scuffed, I would say, but somehow, somewhere, there, shit got like somehow, somewhere, sometimes shit finds way to just fuck stuff up for me. I think like the last time, like I think the day before yesterday, like when I was streaming really and it just the internet cut out, and then I could just like it couldn't recover quick enough to me just continuing the stream again. So yeah, that was awkward. Half my streams, if you just check out towards the ending, are just like randomly cuts off out of nowhere because either my PC crashed or either well the internet went out. So I really want to apologize for that as well because those things are just those things are just like really really bad. And like a person like as a person who cares a lot about quality and stuff like that, that just infuriates me. Towards the end, like when it cuts out of nowhere, it's like yeah, professionalism. Talk about that, huh? But well, yeah. So it's 4 a.m. now. I've been sitting here for a while, not being able to sleep. So it just stuff just came into my head, and I just wanted to like rant out. I don't know. I guess not being able to like tell something like something that you have in your head, and you have to really get it out there. So uh, so thank you to anybody who just joined. And like I don't know what time it is for some people, but yeah, thank you so much for just joining in this midnight or mid morning ranting quest. For me, I genuinely am like concerned for whoever is gonna watch back on this and then starts hearing me compare so much bullshit. It's genuinely funny, but yeah, there was no plan today. I thought I could stream some games right now, but I am too lazy to play any games right now. Like, or too tired. Like, I don't want to look at games right now. I've played so many games because I have like so much free time. It's just like I'm bored. Like I was genuinely bored. But if you like watch back to this VOD and then made it up till here, just like feel free to like let me know in Discord what songs should I cover next? Because I have ran out of stuff to cover. Not ran out, like I generally don't know how people just wake up one day. Like there are so many VTubers I like. It's so impressive. Like you just wake up one day and then you're like, "Yep, I'm going to cover this song." How do people do that? Like generally, how do people do that? It's like they find a song that they like and then just start singing it. It's weird. For me, like my Japanese song bar is so narrow. Like I don't listen to, like I did say I listen to J-pop, but I don't really listen to a lot of J-pop. I have like very specific artists that are there, and like I want to explore. Like I want to explore like so many new songs, new sounds. I genuinely would listen to anything and vibe to it. I guess. But yeah, if somehow you reached till the end of this video, till the end of this rant, and then you see this specific message, like feel free to let me know. Just like ping me in general, and like let me know what song you just want me to see singing. I would do that maybe as a cover or maybe on my karaoke, which I am planning to make. I need to make another karaoke. I need to do another karaoke. I need to just do another karaoke. So like, yeah, because I need to like plan it out. Like I can't just do it like other VTubers who just like sit down and start singing. But because I have roommates that I need to worry about, so I just can't start screaming in the middle of nowhere. So I need to like really plan it out, like when they leave and when I'm alone on my own. So I'll try to set up a new karaoke soon. And yeah, I want to work with other people as well. I want to work with so many other people. I have so many people on my DMs who just are like very talented, very crazy and talented people, but I'm just too scared to reach out to them. But maybe. I don't know. Soon enough, soon enough. And to the two people who are still in the goddamn stream, who are you guys? Who are you at this hour or at this time, listening to a random stranger rambling on the internet at 3 a.m. for me? I don't know. Which hardly makes any sense, but yeah. Now I have 3 viewers. Holy shit! Honestly, I was not expecting anybody to join on this one because I was like ready to just start talking into the void. Which I feel like I just felt a little bit lighter because now I feel like I will be able to sleep. Like I think that I'll be able to sleep. I don't know. Maybe. I'll go and try and sleep. And if I get more thoughts, I don't know. I'll come back live again. maybe. Yeah. So, thank you for joining. I guess it's been fun. Wait, like, it's already. I was like giving it a look at the chat at all. It's light. Based on your background and imagine your voice. A bunch of reverb. Do I have reverb? I don't even think that I put a bunch of filter on this. I don't think there are any filters. What the fuck? No, there are no filters on this. Make, to be honest. Wait, let me try adding a reverb. Hello, hello? Is that reverbed? Hello? Hello? I don't think if that's reverb or not. Now I just, like, I have genuinely no idea if I sound like I'm in heaven or or I'm in just, I don't know, this could be nothing. Like, there could be nothing happening. Or I didn't even tweak the setting on this yet. This one's, I think I usually use this for karaoke, which I only did like one map. I have to do another. God damn it. But yeah. It has been fun. Genuinely. Now I'll go try sleep. I'll go try and sleep. I'll go try and fall asleep. If I don't fall asleep in the next hour, I have to go to gym. No, wait, I don't have to go to gym. I'm away from gym. But I think I'll go out running. Yeah. Feels like a good day to run tomorrow. Or today. Today is tomorrow. Yeah. No, tomorrow is today. Yes. So I feel like it's a good day to run. The sky should be clear as it's been raining for like what, a week now. It's so fucking annoying. Now I have to, like, I just want to go outside and run. Like run a 5K or run like a 10K or something. There's no gym nearby. Can't lift weights, god damn it. I gotta go run. Cardio. Man, I hate cardio. Okay. So thank you so much for joining, I guess, question mark. Thank you so much for listening to an entire ramble. An entire ramble. But yeah, I appreciate, you know, having to know that any of this rambling is going on somebody's ears. I don't know. No matter how uncomfortable, which if it was uncomfortable, I apologize. I do. I apologize. Because this was random. This was out of nowhere with no context in 3 a.m. bullshit. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I will try to go fall asleep. Good luck to whoever is going to watch back this VOD and just trying to make sense of what I am doing right now. Right. See ya. See ya. See ya. Mm, 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 mm.